Is, what we really want to have is a solution where the AI does all the busy work
Yeah,
and enables the people to do the thing that they're really good at. People are
yeah,
really good at building relationships. People are
yeah,
really good at building trust.
yeah.
People are really good at selling, and I think that if you really think about, okay, how do you take, you know, I think you see this in the industry today, like the SDR role is being really devalued, and people are saying, "Oh, we're going to automate the SDR." And I think it's really the opposite way. It's the wrong way to think about it. How do you make an SDR that much more valuable? How do you
Yeah.
take the sales development rep and take away a lot of that busy work? If their role is to sort through 1,000 leads, yeah, I can see why you might want to replace that. If their role is to allow AI to sort through 1,000 leads and follow up with the 10 that are really, really hot
Here we go.
immediately, those
Yeah.
are the ones that, rather than doing all that like research, give them the ones and use AI to find the ones, and then they can follow up that much faster. Companies that follow up within like 24 hours of a lead being logged get that much, like get tons more. It's like 3, 4, 5x more business. I forget the exact stat, but the speed with which you follow up with a lead is critical. And if you're
Yeah.
spending a ton of time researching a bunch of dead leads, then you're not
Yeah.
getting it in time. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've all lived it. Like you have a lead, and then time for you to come back because I need to answer to this guy. You take 2 more days and no more answers. It's really all about that speed. So new product, new vision. How do we make so? And I don't want to be provocative, but it's a very busy space, and this huge space, like you said, Clay, Apollo, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and I don't want to mention all the Zoom info and the Privco, all the world, where you can now say, okay, what I want to do is to be able to build that view of my lead, as much data as I can, and I'm going to patch all of that. It all ends up in HubSpot or in Salesforce, and I'm supposedly know now everything about that lead and being able to action it. That's what people are building today. They're connecting all those data sources because Clay is good with emails, Apollo is good with descriptions, and so on and so forth. And then in the end, in my one repository, like I said, which could be one of those CRM solutions, I bring in, which become a data integration hub, I'm bringing all those sources. How do you make a difference from that model that seems to be the core model that we see today in a lot of the enterprises?
Yeah, it's a good question, and it's a problem still to be solved. These are awesome tools. They're well-funded tools. They're like not to take away anything from any one of the tools you just mentioned. They're all amazing systems. I think what I'm seeing in the market today is that if you look at lead generation, lead capture, the actual getting leads is a commodity. You can go to Clay, you can go to Apollo, you can buy 1,000 leads for $50. You can describe your ICP, and you're going to get probably more leads than you know what to do with. And I see the same problem with even, soft leads where I've gone over many years to many conferences, gone to Dreamforce, gone to Google Next, gone to Money 2020, gone to all these different like industry conferences, and you have a booth, and you stay at the booth, and you collect, the badge scans throughout the day, and you come back, uh, you know, it's been a week long, and you come back on Monday, and that whoever organized that conference sends you this big long spreadsheet, and it's got all of your leads, and you're like, yes, so many great leads. And then what do you do with them? And I've seen so many times that then becomes it's some executive's problem because like now you've got like, okay, which are the hot leads, and this is a spreadsheet, and so what you end up with is your most expensive people trying to figure out who to follow up with, who not to follow up with, and then somebody has to build the workflow and the mailing marketing tool that then sends a kind of form email that everyone ignores anyway, and then so I think what you end up with is a system where companies have more leads than they know what to do with. And then I think also at the other end of the spectrum, so I'm describing the gap, right? The other end of the spectrum is companies are really good at opportunity management. HubSpot, Salesforce, products and price books and, all of these like really, really deeply ingrained tools do a really great job of helping sales organizations, manage active opportunities to a successful closure. And so what I do see as a real gap, though, and a growing gap and a growing opportunity in the industry is to get from one spot to the other. You have the leads. How do you make sure that without having your sales team spend all of their time stitching together tools,